Welcome back to Eddie Matthews Field on this very special day. It is the bottom of the third. The Foresters currently leading 5-0, and we just celebrated a birthday.
We did.
Judy, one of our season ticket holders, brings homemade cookies to us every single day, and it's always a treat to have her at the games. Right, literally whenever she brings her cookies. You got a favorite, Hunter?
They're all so good. Can't put my finger on just one.
I personally am a big fan of the Snickerdoodle. It'll be Caleb Hoover starting things off, and he will find the outfield grass in left center for a leadoff knock. Hoover digging for second. He will be safe at the bag. And another leadoff double for the Stars. That's their third in 3 innings at the top of the order.
And Hoover's starting to feel it. He's been seeing the ball better and better, and you can just see what he does in batting practice the last couple of days. He always mashes them, but the last couple of days it feels like it's been a little bit different. You've seen more and more balls hit harder and harder going over the outfield fences during BP, and he's 2 for 2 today, and I feel like he's not going to be slowing down anytime soon.
So great for a guy who entering the summer off a broken hand. You know, he said it's been kind of hard for him to kind of find his swing back, and certainly might have found it here against the Legends. Already has a home run this series and 2 hits today. I'll bring up Makani Navarro, who entered the game as a pinch hitter in the first after Nate Castellon, the shortstop, left after getting hit by a pitch in the helmet. 1-0 to Navarro will be low and inside, and Hoover's taken off for third. No throw from Filter, and catcher's calling for a quick little mound visit to talk things over with Dylan Trammell. Trammell giving up some extra base hits today, a couple of free passes as well. Been a little all over the place in the zone, Hunter.
Ball's behind Navarro, 2-0. See some men starting to warm up for the Legends down the left field bullpen, and a chance for Santa Barbara to push in some more runs, already leading 5-0.
Stars did a really good job getting to the starter yesterday for the Legends, and Quinn Robertson, as that'll be another ball low and inside. 3-0 here to Navarro. Dat for called strike one. Something about Makani Navarro that always stands out to me is whether he gets out or finds a way on. Whenever he makes contact with the ball, it's usually pretty loud. And you see it right there into the shallow right center gap, and an RBI single for Makani Navarro as Caleb Hoover crosses the plate. 6-0 Santa Barbara.
Continuing to pass the bats along. Great work from Santa Barbara this entire series, and looking to close out this CCL season on a positive note, and it's looking great so far in the third.
I'll bring up Caden Miller, who flew out to right field to end the top of the first last time around. He'll have a runner on first in Makani Navarro. First pitch, breaking ball high, ball 1. Miller yesterday against the Legends went 1 for 5 with an RBI single. Struck out a couple times as well. The 1-0 inside evens it up 1-1, and Miller has done a really good job getting on base this summer.
And he has been in a couple different spots throughout this order. We've seen that from a couple guys, especially with some key guys that have departed for just a couple weeks, I should say, the back end of this season.
That one hit high into deep center. Tracking back is Dellinger, and we'll make the squeeze for out number 1 of the inning. So Miller flew out to right first time through. Flies out to center here in the third. That'll bring up the top of the order, Xavier Esker, who has 2 doubles already today. Has been seeing the ball really well out of the arms of Trammell.
And just to put it in perspective, even going back to yesterday, reached base all 5 times he came to the plate. Granted, bounced into a fielder's choice, which resulted in the out in the inning being over, but putting balls in play, and he's already has the 2 doubles. Incredible for Xavier.
Some really good pop on that 5'10" frame. First pitch, and we'll look at that one. 0-1. Cool moment here for Esker, as we kind of talked about earlier. Man, catching the pitches behind him was a high school teammate of his at Palo Alto High School. The Vikings, very solid team in the peninsula. Is that one we looked at? 2-1. Excuse me, 1-1. Esker. Wind up. Hit high, tracking back and making the squeeze. And they'll be doubling up the runner all the way back at first base. And that'll end the inning kind of awkwardly. Makani Navarro was going from first to third, and
Probably thought there was 2 outs.
yeah, just like that. Awkward end to the third inning. We'll be back in just a moment for the top of the fourth with A.J. Crodell remaining on the bump for Santa Barbara. 2-0. Swung on high, fly into right center, and away. Caleb Hoover, solo shot in the third. Participated in the home run derby on Wednesday, and 2 days later gets his second bomb of the summer. Extra base hit would at least score the first run of a game here for the Dodgers. He'll go down swinging. Through 3 innings, Jaden Barfield has 6 strikeouts. The Oklahoma Sooner absolutely booming. When we return, it'll be the bottom of the third. The Foresters looking to add on to this 2-0 lead. Another win for the Santa Barbara Foresters. They take this one 12-3. Thanks to Mick Paul, had a great day, a couple of hits. One of them with 2 outs. You have 2 on in the first inning. You know, Bill Pintard talks about so often situational hitting and with 2 outs. What's going through your head there in that first inning?
Yeah, just trying to execute, honestly. X with a big leadoff double, and just trying to get him in, and just lucky to get a good pitch.
And you took advantage of that offensively. On the defensive side of things, we've usually seen you out in the left field. Today, playing center field first time all summer. What was that experience like? And finally, you're a Bay Area kid from Palo Alto. Probably know a few of these guys. Played for the Menlo Park Legends travel ball team growing up as well. What was that experience like for you facing, so many people in an environment like this?
Going back to last night, a really impressive save. You went 2 innings, got 6 outs very successfully. Heading into that bottom of the ninth, they gave you a walk-up song of Hell's Bells by AC/DC.
Yeah.
Were you a little surprised by that?
Yeah, we were playing for we were away, and then they gave me that song. I was like, what are they doing?
Welcome into the Coastal Copy pregame show here with pitching coach Scott Murray. Scott, really impressive last couple of days for the pitching staff. Only 1 run allowed between the last 2 games. What do you think is a big reason for that?
I think the guys are getting comfortable with each other, and getting themselves prepared for the game is important. It's not just pitching during the summer, it's actually preparing themselves for the future. And so they're really buying into that they got to work hard to get better.
Yeah, and obviously one of those guys that's been doing that really well is Frank Camarillo. You gave him the nod to start today. Previous appearance went 5 innings of shutout ball. What should the fans expect from him today?
Well, I think it's going to be the same thing. He's a guy that goes out and challenges hitters. He's not afraid to throw all of his pitches. And if he gives up a hit or walks a guy, he comes right back and challenges the next guy. So he doesn't give in. Frank was actually asked to go pitch at Petco Park this past Thursday. And he threw to 5 batters, struck out 4 guys. And so he's that kind of guy that does not give in to anybody.
Really impressive stuff from Frank so far. Obviously today, Sunday, happy Father's Day, Coach.
Thank you.
Got a couple of kids, some grandkids even. I was going to ask, what kind of has parenting taught you about coaching and vice versa?